Yo, what's going on, guys? We're a couple. I'm Tim.
I'm Madison.
What's going on, guys? So, we wanted to start this video off by saying congratulations to all the 2020 graduates, including us as well. Thank y'all to Belmont, all our Belmont friends, and we miss y'all. But you know, we haven't been shooting recently because of we was finals. The finals grind after our last video was pretty thorough, so it's we didn't really get into video mode yet. And then a little bit after that, we sat down. We sat down. We were tired. So we want to congratulate all of you guys, every one of y'all at Belmont and everywhere else as well, but more so our friends at Belmont. So today our video is about...
Yeah, we're gonna be doing a couple of questions. We know maybe a month ago, we asked you guys to send us some questions in to see, just about us, ask about us, anything you wanted to ask. So we have all of those questions right here. And we also have a few more to kind of, make it a little more fun and everything. Let's get into it. First question, who talks to one another first?
Okay, so I did. So I did, technically, I was trying to calm down. I was trying to, talk to her for test reasons because we were in the same class. And I just asked her for help in the test because I think I missed, I came back from home, I flew in, and I was like, hey, I'm kind of late on this type of stuff, I need help. So I asked for her number and she gave it to me, but it didn't work at the time because her phone was broken, screen was cracked and all that jazz. So
First. We were in the cafeteria. I was with my friends. He came over to me randomly and he was just like, hey, I just came in from my flight. I was coming in late. That's why I wasn't in class this morning. And I was seeing if you wanted to study together for the test that we have coming up. Mind you, we never talked to each other like that. We acknowledged one another because we were the only black people in that class. So this was the first time. And then he asked me for my number and then I was like,
I can give you my email.
Cause I ain't know him like that.
Boy, that joke was so funny.
Tim is very forward, just so y'all know. So he was like, well, how am I supposed to contact you with an email? I was like, dang, he caught me right in my tracks. And then I gave you my number. But my phone was broken, so I never responded to him because I couldn't even put the phone number in.
Which is also funny because later down the road, when we started to become serious as friends more so, she asked if I had her number in my phone. And I actually checked, I think I asked for it, it was one of the two. And I saw it in my phone. I said, oh, I still have it, Madison. And she was like, okay.
Next question, who asked who out first?
I asked Madison out, but the way I did was initially, it was as friends. We liked hanging around with each other initially, so that was just we were friends, and then we became best friends, so we were just chilling. I think one time we both saw that Acrimony came out, and we was like, that movie looked interesting.
Yeah.
And I said, Tyler Perry made this? I said, Taraji?
I don't know. I know that you were like, we should go see it. And then I think you had walked me back to my dorm, and then that day or something, you text me and you were like, you really trying to go see the movie or whatever? And then I was like, yeah. And then you were like, I'll come get you. We'll go to the movie. I'll get an Uber and all of that. And that was our first date. What a date it was. Because we was in that theater screaming because of the foolishness.
That movie is 30 minutes worth of video.
Who kissed who first?
So this story is very funny, and I only started talking first because a lot of the times I was the one that initiated everything. So I'm not allowing her to talk. It's just you know what I mean? Okay, so I think when we were talking, she was like, yeah, I've never been kissed before. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that.
I was trying to say myself for that one. You know what I'm saying?
So I was like, I didn't even know that. I didn't know. So I was like, never. She was like, no. But we were just talking. So it's But then I think I just kind of let it go, and we just kind of let that go. But then I think it was like just one specific day. I think we was watching a movie, and then my homie had flooded my toilet. And I was like, bro, what? And she had to go to a class.
Yeah,
So she was like, I gotta go, Timmy. And I was like, hold up. I said, I'll see you later, bye. And like, I grabbed her by the chin and I gave her a kiss.
Y'all, I screamed when I was like, I said.
She did. Actually, it was so funny because I closed the door and I heard, ah! I was like.
I literally was like, I can't believe this just happened just now. Like, I said, wait a minute, did this just happen right now? We're doing this now, okay. Bless the Lord, hallelujah, okay. Who said I love you first?
I'm gonna stop talking first. I'm gonna just let her tell this.
Clearly. Timmy said that he loved me first, but I feel like it was very much so on a mutual ground. We got to know each other to a point where for him to say it, he knew that I had to be feeling the same way. But I mean, I just was more like, you know, timid in saying it, but he was way more forward in saying it because he's just expressive. And so
my thing was, if I don't say it now, it is how I'm feeling.
Meeting each other's parents. So you met my parents first.
So that journey, okay. I came and met her brother. Her brother came and picked me up with Maddie in the car. And I met KJ, and that joint was so funny. And then he was like, what's up, Tim? Hello, Tim. How are you, Tim? And I was like, that guy. Yeah. Then we went to go pick up Percy from school, I believe. It was funny because he came and I was like, what's up, man? He said, And I was like, and the funny thing is now, he can't help. He's the most expressive person. But the fact that like the first in contact was like him being like, I was like, all right.
He extra, okay?
Yeah. Meeting her dad. I got out the car. This is summer. And this was like a month before I went to my internship at Bridgestone. And what happened was he was outside cutting the hedges. And it's so funny now that I think about it because it's like what he's doing now versus what he did then, there's no difference. So like he's just walking around. Timothy, yes, come on walk with me. And Maddie recorded that video, it's hilarious. Met her mom, and her mom was, hello Tim, how are you? And her mom is so nice. So the family was initially, since I was like the first like official boyfriend of Madison, that they met, they were just kind of like, let's see. Like they were open, but let's see at the same time.
Yeah, my parents, they're just more so like, does he know the Lord? Does he have the Holy Spirit? And if he has all of those things and he's right mind and he knows how to like respect you and love you with the love of Jesus, like we cool. I met his parents, I'm gonna make it quick too. But the first time I met your mom, when was that? It was like Christmas.
It was Christmas.
I just remember the first time I met your mama, we walked in the door and she was like, Madison, how are you doing? And then like she just ran and came and gave me a hug. She said, did you guys get here well? I'm so happy to finally meet you. I was just like, I felt so loved. I felt so relieved too. But it was still just like so nice and soft. Your dad, as soon as I met him, he was a jokester. Like, for real. He said, oh, this is Madison. Hi, Madison. Like, Nia Simone. Hi, how you doing?
She was just happy she went crazy. That's it.
And then Jonathan. Actually, I met Jonathan before everybody.
Yeah, you did.
So Jonathan, I met him when he came to visit you.
For the Jonathan McReynolds thing.
Right. Yeah. That's when I first met Jonathan. And that's September. And Jonathan was just like, I just felt like he kind of already knew me in a way. Like when I met him, he was just like, Madison, it's so nice to meet you. And then I met Maya and everything. So it was really nice. Like it was really good meeting you. We parents' first impressions of one another.
So what happened was, we were in the same class, entrepreneurship. The first day of class, I'm laughing because she knows what I'm talking about. She gonna come up in class with a rolling book bag. I ain't seen a rolling book bag since elementary school. So when I saw it, I was like, ew. I just laughed.
Well, technically, my first impression was, oh, another black person up in this class, because there were none in there, but he just so happened to be male. So I'm just like, oh, another black guy, cool. He's cute. You know, that's that whole kind of thing. And then he sat down. He would always sit in front of me.
Not really. I was in front. Like, I was to the left.
It
and I always
wasn't
sat
intentional. I'm not saying he was doing it intentionally.
I know what you mean. It's funny because
he
she
would
could
be
see.
watching Greenleaf on his laptop, and that's my show, so I noticed because he would be watching it.
It was because the teacher wasn't teaching anything. If anything, all the information was on the blackboard, and I was just like, I would put my hoodie on and put some earphones in. Yeah. And I would like tie up my my hoodie and tie it in a bow so that she couldn't hear, lower it down, and then watch a movie. So and I still passed. So I was like,
solid A in that class.
You know what I'm saying?
How do you maintain a godly relationship as a young couple?
You wanna go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. I think just to like kind of keep it short, when both of you are making the effort to prosper your relationships individually with Christ, it makes it a lot better to come together to pursue Christ, because you guys are already doing that individually. But also some good ways that we try to maintain our relationship with Christ as a couple, like we just hold each other accountable for things. Like, you know, if we say that we're gonna do this, like, okay, say we're gonna read a book, or if we say like together that has to do with our relationship in Christ, we do that. We say we're gonna watch a sermon together and discuss it. You know, just making sure that the both of you are like taking the effort to go and like keep each other accountable for things. Making sure that you always talk about things that bother you, that, you know, you don't, even sometimes if you feel like it's small, like it's still, you still need to talk about it because it does still bother you, but also keeping in mind that this person is also a vessel being used by Christ, and like I want to treat them as such, just as like you would want to be treated. Like I want them to know and respect that I'm a vessel of Christ. So that's how I feel about it. Tell me what you got.
Prior to Madison, I could honestly say I never wholeheartedly had a full-on like dedicated relationship that was godly. It wasn't that it was sinful. The difference between that and this is, of course, Maddie is meant for me, and I'm meant for Maddie. Aside from that, we both dedicated ourselves and said that, you know, before we get into this too heavily, we want to make sure that Christ is the center of it. And I will always remember that. How that moment, I can like see the moment that when we conversed about it, and I could see how our friendship turned into a firm relationship and how we were going to start to grow, you know? So it was just like putting a seed in the ground, and that declaration was just the water, you know what I mean? And taking God with us is almost as essential as taking your wallet, like your clothes, like when you go out, put your clothes on, like you take God with you, and just like just an essential part of your life, you know what I mean? So that type of thing is that when it comes to life, you need to make sure that God is in the center of all things that you're trying to do and accomplish. So yeah.
That's good, babe. That's really good. The last question was, what were your singleness experiences prior to you guys being in a relationship? For me, I was single all this time until I got with him. Not saying I haven't like talked to any guys or anything. It's just like prior to him, all of the people that I did talk to, we did not last long enough to be in a committed boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. There is no direction. I was definitely by myself a lot of the time in terms of like who I would spend time with. I would normally just like, you know, be a lot with my friends, my girlfriends, like Kayla and Shyla and Deja, like all those people. And also just like being with my family. I just like was insecure a lot of the times too. I didn't have, you know, a lot of the confidence that I have now. I was definitely going through a lot mentally, personally, just like through the water crisis, just through like self-esteem issues, body image, a lot of things that a lot of us go through. So trying to work on loving myself, and I think that's also why I was single for as long as I was, because I really did need to have that time to be able to really say that I, no matter what stage I am in with myself, body image wise, even if I'm not what I want to look like type of thing, that I will love myself no matter what. And you know, that's being alive and being saved by Jesus is like the best thing. What about you, Timmy?
My singleness journey is too long for this video. So, you know, the biggest things that I learned in my journey was delete the social media aspect out of it. You know, I remember prior to Maddie, I was in a prior relationship that was very heavy on, you need to post me. You know, you need to post me. People need to know I'm here. What are you doing? The insecurities, it was very firm on both ends at times. What's on your phone type of thing, this, that, and the third, you know? And when I got out of that relationship, because I was in there for 3 years. Once I got out of that, I was able to learn so much more about myself, about what I didn't want in a relationship. Not solely on that, but more so about what's going on in the world. I see a lot of people get into spaces where they would be accepting certain things, especially dudes, you know? I remember at the time, and it's so funny because like literally, I don't know if it was yesterday or 2 days ago, Maddie was showing me some of my older videos on my YouTube channel, and I looked defeated. I looked, and today's, I could not have released those videos now. It takes a simp to know a simp. It takes a simp to know a simp. I was young, but I was also like immature in the sense that I was like, why would we do this? And why when it's a good guy, and it's like, it was the good guy complex. I used to have it. I can genuinely say I used to have the good guy complex. And even in my singleness, I was able to see it. This was why like back then I could like only watch it twice, and then I start realizing there's something wrong with you. Why I didn't delete it. I want to delete it, but this one wants it to stay.
I think it's okay to like have that side of you to be able to be like, wow, I came so far, you know?
But I have, and she's right. I have come so far. The thing is, like, the journey of singleness, I think a lot of people see singleness as I'm lonely and I need someone, and their fear of loneliness outweighs what God has for them in their own mind. It's like, God's taking too long. It's him. And it's like, they base their points based off of a relationship they've seen on Instagram or Twitter. And most of those times when people see those relationships crumble, especially if they're not godly, if they crumble, it's over, love is dead. It's like, no, it's not. God is alive. Love is always eternal, you know? So his love for you is eternal forever. When it comes to love within a partner, I think it takes a lot of time for you to find yourself in the midst of that. Because when you're trying to find yourself in somebody else, and you try to find a value within somebody else, once they find you invaluable, you will feel like absolutely nothing because you never valued yourself. That's why it's so dangerous to tell people, I love you more than I love myself. It's kind of dangerous. It's dangerous because where is your love for yourself, in the sense that if that person even steps the wrong way, your heart's broken. You know what I mean? You're chasing the bag and you're like, I've secured the bag, It's the insecurity of it. I am trying to secure this, when God is the one that's supposed to secure what you need. He has what you need, but if you have to feel like you have to go out and go secure it for yourself, you don't have faith in God. like wholeheartedly. Like you don't have faith in God to do what you believe he can do for you. Like especially with a relationship. So I prayed for Madison, not specifically, although it was specific when it came to God. I didn't know her name. I didn't know who she was. I didn't know what she looked like. Lord, if you give me somebody that could be a companion, that we can be partners in crime, and that we could love you to be an example for other people when it comes to a relationship, that would be absolutely fantastic. And that's how I got it, which was very interesting how it came to be, but it was very organic. And I am always appreciative of God for this, because I can't imagine being with anybody else. And on occasion, I'd be telling her, you took too long. But I told her that at the beginning, but God was on purpose, because if she had met the person that was not supposed to be with her at the time, I think it would have ruined my chances overall, because I was a different person than I am now. It wasn't dramatic, but it was just my thought process. So that's gonna wrap that video up. So we'll see you guys later.
Bye. Love you.
Bye.